ni gani fi belatu alatani ma bi kore iyaba mar dugle na nukara iyaba dugle na nukara ana binati nyandeng binati kerle me bugulle hali mai nati jumbo ki nati nyawara ka nati keji ashana celebrate kulio kalina celebrate ashana celebrate kulio kalina celebrate yuma darin meri sabiet permil kabir yuma meri sabiet permil kabir ana binati la du binati durmomo binati maker binati unanda bugulle zijino inati kuku ashana celebrate kulio kalina celebrate ashana celebrate kulio kalina celebrate bilia matisawi mula kambo basida babra basida babra kiga basida babra nadi parnyang benadi ukelo Abdullah sis benadi anyelo bukulle koroyo benadi bango ashana celebrate kulio kalina celebrate ashana celebrate kulio kalina celebrate Sabadia shemista la kala abizonta ne bikore salamga jable fara bigalbi alatani ma bikore anyar kuka kalita kumbumilo ya shabab kalita kunja yaude hadi ajibna lekum I mean yaude huri ajibna lekum namsuku matala bobe namsuku kawi matala bobe ashana celebrate kulio kalina celebrate ashana celebrate kulio kalina celebrate
Good evening. Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? Good evening. Good evening and welcome. Good evening and welcome to the 4th anniversary marking the independence of the Republic of South Sudan. We are just going to start our program. So I welcome you and I thank you for taking the time to come and share with us this very important event. And now we are just going to start. It's a very short program, so I know some of you have not had breakfast. We will not keep you for long. We will start with our national anthem, followed by the U.S. national anthem, and then only 2 speakers, our guest of honor and our ambassador. And then we will just relax and enjoy. So we will play the national anthems.
As the government begins its extended mandate today, we call on it and on all parties to the conflict to forge a lasting peace and work to put in place a government of national unity. We look forward to the day when peace has returned, when the displaced people of South Sudan are able to return to their livelihoods, live their lives of peace, raise their children confident in a better future. That is when the real celebrations will begin. In the meantime, on behalf of the United States government, I would like to close by reiterating our steadfast support for the people of South Sudan on today's anniversary and for the long term. Thank you very much.
Your Excellencies, ambassadors, members of the diplomatic corps, representatives of the business community, members of South Sudanese community, distinguished invited guests, friends, ladies and gentlemen. I am a politician turned to diplomat, so a politician, when there's a crowd like this, would like to keep a protocol in place. Good evening. I highly welcome you to this important reception. Today, we are celebrating the 4th anniversary of the independence of the Republic of South Sudan. Indeed, this is a historic day for the people of South Sudan, marking the end of marginalization and oppression and over 50 years of protracted armed struggle against domination. This independence was achieved by the people of South Sudan after loss of so many lives and properties. It is a day of celebrating the great achievements of the people, as well as reflecting on the recent past while moving steadily forward into future in pursuit of peace, prosperity, and progress in the future. On this remarkable day, we salute our martyrs who sacrificed their lives for the sake of liberating the land and the people of South Sudan. And on this juncture, I would like us to just pause for 1 minute in remembrance of those who have fallen along the way to achieve this goal. Thank you very much. Our bilateral relations with the United States of America has been developed in the right direction over this number of years, culminating in the positive role played by the United States of America during our negotiations with Sudan, leading to signing and implementation of CPA in 2005. Again, USA stood with the right of the people of South Sudan to hold a referendum in July 2011, leading to the birth of our new nation. We thank the government and the people of the United States, and we trust that their positive support will continue during our current crisis, as we embark on restoring peace and stability to our country, especially the branches of the government, the White House, Congress, and other important institutions in the United States of America, to strengthen our relations and resume the development aid, trade, and investment, and exchange high level of official visits between the two countries, for the mutual benefit of our two friendly nations. We also thank the United States of America and the American people for hosting several thousands of South Sudanese citizens over the past few years. Some of them have now become good citizens of this great nation and are contributing positively in the development of this great nation. As a new nation emerging from decades of conflict, it is not a surprise that South Sudan is facing post-independence challenges today. In terms of political development and setting up institutions of governance to aid nation building, delivering on socio-economic development, maintaining peace, security, and rule of law, building community cohesion, and safeguarding the territorial integrity and sovereignty of the new nation. However, South Sudanese are determined and resilient, people, generous and forgiving, and always full of hope for a better tomorrow. These qualities allowed South Sudan in the past to endure and overcome challenges. Therefore, South Sudan will overcome its current difficulties. Despite many challenges and obstacles faced by the government of South Sudan during the past 4 years of independence, especially security and economic development, including reduction in oil production following the shutdown of Unity oil fields due to rebels' action and drop of oil prices in international markets, the government of South Sudan has made tremendous achievements in infrastructure development in collaboration with its development partners. For example, the building of Numli-Juba Road with the help of US aid, the improvement of Juba-Go Road and other interstate roads that allowed the movement of people and goods throughout the year. They're currently upgrading Juba International Airport and the current new Freedom Bridge across the river Nile in Juba in collaboration with JICA. These are Japanese organization. The improvement in the health sector and building of new hospitals. For example, in the last hospital that was inaugurated by President is called Imeyadit Maternity Hospital in Rumbek, with collaboration with Chinese. The government has built many new schools and supported girl child education and improving enrollment of children in schools overall. Plus, to improve food security, the government recently purchased and distributed over 1,000 farming tractors. and other related equipments. Furthermore, our National Legislative Assembly has enacted bills and passed many legislations, including NGOs bill, and has endorsed many international treaties to improve the performance of our government. For example, the government has already ratified the Convention on the Rights of the Child and has ratified other human rights conventions, including the Convention against Torture, the Convention on the Elimination of Discrimination Against Women, and their optional protocols. This also demonstrates that South Sudan has the will to be seen as a good member of the international community. As we celebrate the 4th anniversary, our country is going through turbulence caused by the actions of rebel leader Riek Machar, who attempted to take over the government by force on the night of 15 December 2013. To unseat the incumbent legitimate president of the Republic, His Excellency Salva Kiir Mayardit, who was overwhelmingly elected by the people of South Sudan in 2010 to lead until July 2015. Nevertheless, South Sudan government and President Salva Kiir Mayardit personally committed himself to peace and reconciliation with the rebels. We applaud the efforts of IGAD member states, the AU, the Troika, and other peace-loving partners who are working towards negotiated peace in our country. We further reiterate our commitment to IGAD Plus mediation mechanism and to the cessation of hostility agreements we have signed with the rebels. We are committed to keeping humanitarian corridors open for the elimination of suffering of our people in the war-affected areas, and to working with the UNMIS and human rights agencies to monitor any violations that might be committed. We also thank the governments of IGAD for positive role played in the current IGAD peace process. We seize this opportunity to thank the ruling party in Tanzania and the African National Congress, ANC, of South Africa for hosting and mediating the inter-SPLM dialogue in Arusha, which resulted in the recent return and reinstatement of the SPLM Secretary General and all the former detainees in their former positions after being pardoned by His Excellency the President of the Republic. Many countries have demonstrated commitment and goodwill to the people of South Sudan, and on its part, South Sudan is equally committed to its friends and partners, and is striving to play its part as a good member state of the community of nations. South Sudan will maintain and develop the existing good relations and is very grateful for the support it has been receiving from many nations over many years, leading to the best of a free South Sudan. South Sudan is a large territory in size, is strategically located in East Africa, endowed with immense natural resources and with very small population. Therefore, it is a country with great potential for investing and doing business. South Sudan is ready and willing to work with members of the international community to strengthen bilateral relations, multilateral engagements with the view to promoting constructive dialogue and mutual understanding on international issues, regional and sub-regional issues, and on local issues, especially on matters of promoting peace and security, political and socio-economic development, and strengthen trade and investment, leading to win-win relationships. Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, citizens from South Sudan, we finally appeal to the international community to continue their efforts to support the government of South Sudan and the people of South Sudan, and put more pressure on the rebels to be reasonable at the peace talks and sign an agreement with the government to set up an interim government to guide the country through necessary reforms leading to the next elections in 2018. Again, the government of South Sudan is committed to restoring peace in the country and ready to work with partners towards this important objective. Ladies and gentlemen, it will be not good for me to leave this stage without congratulating the United States government and the people of the United States for celebrating the Independence Day on the 4th of this month. I also would like to congratulate our Muslim and Muslim brothers and sisters for Ramadan fasting. And I wish them Eid Saeed. Thank you very much.
Now I have a small gift especially for our fasting brothers and sisters before they disappear. So please don't go away yet. I want to introduce to you a very young lady. Her name is Jack. She's only 14 years old. She is truly an international citizen. She recently won a Swedish World Ensemble Song Contest and became part of a Swedish group of young talented people that arrived over a week ago in Washington, D.C. to sing during the U.S. Independence Day celebrations. She's not just a young, beautiful girl with a nice voice. She has been gaining top marks. Yes, she already made us proud, and we wish her success in her schooling. She is also a very conscious young girl that was moved by schooling challenges faced by the majority of children in South Sudan, most of whom do not have the opportunities afforded to children in Sweden or in Norway. This has motivated her when she visited South Sudan, and she visited South Sudan several times, to establish her own foundation working to promote girl-child education in South Sudan. As a performer, while performing with her aid mates from Sweden and in the Swedish World Ensemble, Jack sang in Swedish, but also she sang in Dinka language of South Sudan. So now, without further ado, please welcome Jack. Jack,
perform a song from South Sudan, which I came and we practiced with the Swedish ensemble, and I hope you will enjoy it.
oye! South Sudan oye! USA oye! USA oye! Yes. Thank you, thank you. Now I invite Madam Lucy and our ambassador to cut the cake. And please, from here, feel free, have something to drink and eat and then mingle. Thank you very much. Thank you for coming. Cameraman, come and take some photographs. Yeah.
Celebrate.
You were trying to walk the ball.
Salaka, Jable Farafical, Alatani Mabikore, Yarkuka, Kalita Kumbumilo, Yashabab, Kalita Kunja, Yamde Hadia Jibanaleko, I mean Yamde Uria Jibanaleko, Namsuko, Matala Bobe, Namsuko, Matala Bobe, I should not